How is your demand for silk? No demand. Well, bugger. I was kind of... Good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back playing Winds of Trade. In the last episode, it got really much more interesting for me when we kind of got a little clearer idea of how the economy works in this game. And it is a little more of a real-world economy that they're trying to create here. So we had a bunch of fabric in Durham. We took that over to Dollar, which was a rinky-dink little town that wasn't doing anything. We gave them the fabric, but they have an industry that takes fabric and creates clothes. We then bought the clothes, bought them back to Durham, and made a killing on that. So let's see if we can do that again. Does Durham have any more fabric? Yes, they do. Now, we don't want to flood the economy doing this, so we can't do this all the time. We can't just keep going back and forth because the prices are going to go up in Durham on fabric and go down in Dollar because we're flooding the market. But let's see if we can make one more quick hit over here, and then I want to check out something else about the economy of this world in Winds of Trade. So in Dollar, do you guys still want fabric? Yeah, the prices are going down. We are flooding the market a little bit. So bought for 114, we're selling at 128. That's still fine. We'll make a good profit on that. Brings us just shy of 20,000. And your industries, your clothing factory, which is what we're talking about here. We're bringing them fabric. They're making clothes. Their max production is, well, round numbers, 15 tons of clothes per day. And they consume 3.5 clothes per day. So they're only going to make 15 tons of clothes per day. Where are they at right now? They have no clothes in stock. So I hope they desperately needed that fabric then. We're going to have to wait until they make more clothes for us to do that. In the meantime, what I really wanted to do is start to check out another aspect of the game, which is investments. So if we go to, God, I never remember which icon is which, loans and investments, great. So loans is pretty self-explanatory. We can get a bank loan, but we don't really need to do that. We're okay with money right now. It's not great, but we're okay. So Christchurch Books, which is present in Dollar, and Christchurch. We could buy into that, but I want to look at Dollar Fabric. So Dollar Fabric and any other companies in Dollar. I think we're going to start really working with the economy in this town and seeing what we can do. So their shares are 85 per share, and Dollar Jewelry, well, we haven't really seen a lot of gold or anything like that, so let's not start dealing with gold. Let's keep with the fabric. The history of Dollar Fabric is skyrocketing right now, as you can see, and that's probably our fault. We have, we've brought a lot of fabric over here, so, they're doing really well with that because they have the materials to work with. Let's see what happens. $85 a share, that's not cheap. That's not cheap. But they are present in Dollar and Christchurch, so that's our two key areas. If we buy into that, it's going to cost us a lot of money. 100 shares is going to cost us, well, $8,670. Let's jump in. Let's jump in and be stock speculators in this game. Yes, I want to buy that. And now we can look at our portfolio. We have 100 shares of Dollar Fabric. So far, wow, already we've made, because I didn't hit the pause button, so probably a couple of days have ticked by since we just did that. We've already made $200. Great. So if we can kind of keep that economy pumped up a little bit, we should do okay with that. Now, Durham. What do you want? Well, again, I'm doing it backwards. Dollar, what do you have? Clothes we can buy at $233. Yeah, that price is kind of jumping a little bit there. How is your demand for clothes? See, it's gone down from very high to just high, and their buying price is only $232. We'd actually take a bit of a hit on that. All right, we got to back off on the clothes things. We'll still keep taking Dollar Fabric every now and then so they can keep the industry going, but we may want to not do that run. Ivory. I still feel ivory would be a good sell somewhere, but we have to check out these other towns in the area. What do you have no demand for ivory at all. Cotton, very low demand. How about just something simple like grain? Medium demand. Fish, medium demand. Sugar, medium demand. All right, so yeah, so all the staples are just kind of meh. But fine, let's just take some grain over there, just because I want to get into that area. Oh, they only had 3 tons. Let's try that again. How about some... Wow, you don't have much, do you? I mean, you're okay on clothes, but all right, sugar. Fine, we'll take some sugar over there. Just get over to Durham, please. And then I want to look at some other areas in the neighborhood, specifically Belvoir. Okay, what do we got? Oh, wow, that was a really poor move. That was a very, very poor move. We're taking a loss on both of these. But, yeah, let's just clear it out. Okay, well, we're back up to 10 grand. I guess that's better than nothing. Oh, silk. I don't recall you guys having silk before. Do you want that in dollar? Ah! Grunderfor experiences economic boom. Where is Grunderfor? Oh, wait, Grunderfor is a country, and the cities are within the country. Dollar is part of Grunderfor, right? Yeah, it is. Dollar is part of Grunderfor. So, color-coded, Dollar, Durham, Ancaster, yeah, our initial area, Christchurch, Gilling, are not what I am talking about. Pay no attention to what I just said. I believe that is just countries that we have sort of discovered, because we've been to all of those countries. We haven't been anywhere else. So skip that. Never mind. Grunderfor's. Oh, Solatris and Grunderfor are going to war. Yeah, we could probably ease up on the newspapers. Let's... What was the whole point of that? What we were looking at? I've totally forgotten. Silk. That was it. Do you want to make some really nice clothes, Dollar? How's your... Oh, we don't know your demand. How much is it going to cost me to upgrade this? 1,000, okay. And 2,000, okay. How is your demand for silk? No demand. Well, bugger. I was kind of hoping your demand would be extremely high. Well, what do you want? You still have very high demand for fabric. How's fabric doing in Durham? They've got a good bit of it. Sure. Let's just see if we can make our money back on what we just spent upgrading the trade office. I'm kind of off track from what I planned to do, which is go over to Belvoir, but let's see if we can just... Oh, we're actually operating at a loss now. Yes, we're in debt. We're in debt. Okay, that's fine. We're going to take care of that immediately. Yes, thank you. Okay. Sure, fine. All right, back up to 8,700. And let's pause, because the ship is costing us money every single day. Really got to remember to pause here. Got to remember to pause. Anthony Watson is costing us money every single week. Really got to remember to hit that pause menu. Dollar, how's the clothes doing here? You only have 13 tons. And boy, the price just jumped on that, which is fantastic. Oh, I did not know this. Look at this. This is brand new to me. And I'm sorry, if you're really, really good at Winds of Trade and you've been sitting there saying, why haven't you just hovered over that to find out what it's selling at in other towns? Well, sorry, but this is sort of a blind run for me. So we do have some idea of where it might sell badly. Where's Raby? We could buy at 305 and sell at 423 in Raby. Where does that town live? Is that anywhere near where we are right now? Oh God, it's down the street. Yeah, absolutely. Let's just fill up on clothes there. Sure. I mean, it's only 13 tons, but that's fine. We don't have a lot of money to be kicking around anyway. Now we can tick time on a little bit. I did not know that was a feature. A little tooltip pops up and gives you at least some idea of where you could sell this. Oh, good. That's quite nice, actually. Thank you, Winds of Trade. So, bought at 305, selling at 362. Okay, not quite as much as I thought, but those would probably, I'm going to assume, just knowing trading games in general, those are sort of just rumored prices, so they will probably not be accurate. Oh, I forgot we don't have a trade office here. Well, there's 3,000 gone. Yay. Okay. 5,843. We cannot keep money in this game. We're just terrible at this. This is why I put this on easy mode, just so we'd have a good deal of starting money, because you just go through money like water in this. Clothes, we're definitely not going to apply clothes, because Dollar is making clothes for us. What do you have? You got beer, great. You got the staples. How about tea? We haven't really looked at tea. Remember to pause. Dollar. Do you want tea at all? Very high demand, you say. Okay, and you say you're buying at 258. I'd be okay with that. And Raby has a good amount of it, too. 118 tons. Can I even afford that? No. But that's fine. I'll just run at a loss. We're only going down the street to dollar. That's fine. Yeah, tell me I'm going to be in debt. I know. It's all terrible. It's all going to get fixed in a second. I promise you it will all get fixed in a second. Yeah, we have $19. No, now we have negative $294. Pause. The ship is costing us money. Bought for... Well, you lied to me. Wait, did I just completely buy the wrong thing? I completely bought the wrong thing, didn't I? I'm a dope. I'm a complete dope. I meant to buy tea. I bought tobacco somehow. That's fine. We'll make a little bit of a profit on that. And what could we take? Beer, cotton, ivory. Hey, do you guys want ivory? I won't know because I haven't upgraded your trading office. But let's see if that little tooltip thing works. How about ivory? 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 No? No, not at all? Oh, there it is. 552 at Raby? Really? I'm not sure I believe that. That seems an extraordinarily large amount of money, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. I don't trust this one bit, because that's a rumored price. But, yeah, go over to Raby, I guess. Yep. Do that, please. Captain, if you could get over there, thank you. Tick time along. I don't trust this price one bit. Yes, we're operating. You know what? Don't show it again. I know when I'm operating at a loss. Thank you. Sugarcane harvest lost. So wherever that place is, they're going to be wanting some sugar in a big, big way. Bought for $363, selling at $517. All right. Pretty close. Yeah, I'm all right with that. The demand is not high enough. Are you kidding me? You said you had really high demand. What is your problem? Actually, no, that's not true. I was thinking of tea. Never mind. But we can still sell it at $410, which is still a great price. So yes, please. Now, tea, which is what I wanted to buy, not tobacco, tea. Tea, it says tea up in here. I have purchased tea, yes. So let's take the tea, back to dollar, and see if that still has a decent price over there. Yes, new iron deposit, fantastic. I've really got to... I would be okay if they just toned down the newspaper things. Pause time. Tea. Oh, there we go. Bought for $115, selling at $241. Thank you very much. Oh, really with the demand again? You said you had very high demand. How can the demand not be high enough if you say specifically you have very high demand? $195 per ton. Sold. Fine. Oh, what could we do here? It might be an idea to upgrade this trading office because these rumored prices are just that. They are just rumors. Can we get an idea of what's going to sell well anywhere? How about Raby and or Christchurch? No, we're not going back to Christchurch. No way. Okay, tobacco might do okay at Durham. We actually have that trade office wide open. What is your demand for tobacco over here? What are your industries? Do you use tobacco? You make cigars. Okay. So you've got to have some kind of demand for it. Tobacco, high demand. Not no demand, but not great demand. Fine, let's take some tobacco. I'm totally off track with what I wanted to do today, but that is okay. That's okay. Still really need to... Oh! We're under attack again because they want my tobacco. If I attempt to escape, what are my chances? 90%? Yes, please. Managed to outrun. Thank you very much. We're not really equipped for battle right now at all, and we don't have the money to get ourselves equipped. Bought for 58, selling for 60. Yay. Okay. So, fabric. Have we been at this long enough? Am I paused? Yes, I'm paused. That they might need fabric. They don't have any clothes listed, which kind of says to me, and in a real-world economy sense, they may need some fabric. Very high demand for fabric. Yep. And any fabric we produce, or give them rather, is going to have them make clothes, which supports our investment in that company. So buy that. Thank you. And Captain Anthony, if you could just take that over to dollar super, super quick, please, because you are better at making the ship go faster. That's why we hired you. We're running at a loss. That's fine. It's all terrible. It's all going to be worked out in a second. Everybody just calm down. Bought for 117, selling at 184. Sure, absolutely. That's fine. Okay, we're up over 13 grand at this point. I want to do one more trip to Durham, and then I want to go over to Belvoir. How much do you guys want tea in Durham? Would you be into that? You're saying very high demand. We've been fooled by that before, but that's fine. We're not going to take much anyway, so even if it's a hit, it's not a big hit. Yeah, get over to Durham, please. And then we're going to take a trip over. Yes, 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 yes. The war is over. Fantastic. Pause, pause, pause. Pause, 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 pause. Thank you. Please with the pausing. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we did well with that. Bought for 116, selling at 241. Oh, again with the demand not high enough. 202 per ton. Sure. Sure, I'm getting killed on that. While we're paused, how are our investments doing? How's our company doing? Oh, we're doing great with that. Wow, we're up 33% with Dollar Fabric. That is a good little investment that we have made. We made $2,800 profit on that so far. How's the company looking? I mean, obviously it's looking great, but let's look at the history. Okay, it's not looking as great as it used to. It's kind of petering out. We may want to think about bringing some more fabric over there. Speaking of which, have you made clothes since I brought you that fabric? Yes, you have. It's an economy that works. That's really neat. You've made 30 tons of clothes since I brought you that fabric. I kind of want to go over and buy those clothes. But you know what? That's fine. Let's go to Belvoir. Let's just poke our nose into Belvoir and see what's going on over there. We've got a little bit of extra money that we can afford to make a useless trip. Baby boom in Grandervor. Yay! There are lots of babies in that country. Hi, Belvoir. How you doing? I hope your trade office is cheap. Pause, pause, pause. Belvoir. Open a trade office. How much? 1,500. Okay, I guess. Oh, yay! The city of Belvoir is pleased to reward your company with $5,000 for connecting its port with 6 other destinations. Yay! That was a great trip. That was a lot of fun. And actually, really, with that $5,000, we can kind of afford to upgrade the trade office so we can get some better ideas of demand. I mean, we may as well. That was just, that's some discretionary income right there. 2,000 more? Yes. All right. What do you guys want? You guys also want fabric. What are your industries? Not much. Not much. Poacher's Den, you say? Poacher's Den. Interesting. You're basically manpower. That's your thing. Can I buy humans? I mean, I know it's an Age of Sail game, so I don't want to get into sort of a weird ethical thing, but are we purchasing people to sell somewhere else? I kind of hope not. I'm already sort of disconcerted with the whole ivory thing, but all right, what do we want to do? There's not really anything we can do. They want weapons, or they basically use weapons to create an army, I would assume. What have you got in your warehouse? You're kind of another little rinky-dink town, aren't you? Anyone in your tavern while I'm here? A gunner and a slaver. What do slavers do? This captain used to be a slaver, so he knows how to manipulate the crew in order to accept a much lower wage, thus lowering the ship's running costs. Minus 60% running costs. That is really good. Really, really good. We already got a captain for speed, which is great. It's too bad I couldn't have 2 captains, because, boy, would that cut down on what the ship costs us. Less running costs and faster. That would be great. So, back to your warehouse. What do you have? You have coffee. I haven't really seen that before. Anyone around here want some coffee? I mean, I do, personally. I mean, like, in the real world, I'm actually probably going to go make some coffee soon. But does anyone in Durham, say, want coffee? What's your demand for coffee? Cotton, copper, very high demand, buying at 106. Don't know that I believe that, but let's give it a whirl. It's not that expensive, so even if we crap out on this, it will be okay. Captain Anthony, move the HMS Insomnia over. Belvoir is a bit of a hike. Public libraries, yay! Don't care. I care about selling this coffee. I care about making coffee, too. I would like some coffee right now. I mean, in the real world. Bought for 54, selling at 97. Yeah, I knew I didn't believe that price. Sure. Oh, and I didn't even get the little thing of it. There really wasn't the high demand you thought there was. We actually just went ahead and sold it. Nice. Might be time to take some fabric back to dollar. Let me just check in on our little boom town here that we're creating. Yeah, they have no clothes. They have not created any clothes. So I'm going to assume they have a pretty high demand for fabric right now. Yes, very high demand, and they are allegedly buying at 181. So Durham, fabric is 122. Yeah, we are really messing with the economy on this. We're not going to make as much of a profit as we did in the early part of this little run. But yeah, go over to dollar, sell some fabric. I'm just trying to see how I can set up a nice little trade triangle between Durham, dollar, Belvoir, and just keep that running for a little bit. Pause, pause, pause. Pause, pause, pause. Time is running. Bought for 122, selling at 175. Yes, please. Thank you. Now take that fabric and make some clothes, please, that I can sell somewhere else. Ivory, tobacco, beer. Belvoir, heads up. Ivory, tobacco, and beer. How do you feel about those things? You want nothing to do with ivory. Nothing to do with ivory. You'd be okay with some beer and no demand for tobacco. Great. Let's take some beer. Oh, they only have 1 ton. I should probably bring them some grain. Do they make beer here? They do actually make beer. Okay, so they need some grain to make some beer. Is there grain in Durham? Yes, there absolutely is, and they have quite a lot of it, too. What could I take from dollar to Durham? Dollar to Durham. Yes, they just don't really want anything over there. Do you guys want beer? How about sugar, maybe? Beer, sugar. That all sounds like a good time. Beer is medium. Sugar is high. Okay. I'm probably not going to make any money on this, but let's just take some sugar to Durham. Go. Zoom, 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 Captain Anthony. Thank you. Pause, pause, pause. So, okay, we're actually literally going to break even, and because it costs us money to get over here, we're going to take a loss. Fine. Grain. Now, that's what we want to do. Grain to Durham. Excuse me, to dollar, not to Durham. Zoom, 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 Captain Anthony. Now, theoretically, you should take this grain, which I'll make a small profit on, not terrible, and make some beer out of it. I would like you to make more beer, and while you're doing that, because that's going to take you time to do that. You only have 1 ton now. How much do you generally make? Where did that live? The brewery, you make, well, round numbers, 4 tons of beer a day. That's not very much. I think, well, they're consuming 1.82 tons of beer a day, so no wonder they're not making much. They're all hammered on their own beer. All right, let's see what we can do here. How about some... Oh, pause, 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 Dave. Pause, pause, pause. How about we take some clothes? I was going to say to Durham, but Belvoir. Are you guys interested in clothes at all? Do you want some of that action? Yeah, actually, you really do want some of that action, don't you? Okay. It's a little bit, obviously a much longer journey. Not a little bit, but a much longer journey. But sure, let's go over to Belvoir and get them all styled up in the latest fashions. Hi, Belvoir. Bought for $268, selling at $362. Thank you very much. We'll do that. Oh my God, we're actually over our starting money now. We started with $20,000. We have finally made it to $22,689. Yay! I wonder if we should take some more grain back to dollar. And then I'm wondering if we should actually start investing in the beer business in dollar. So what is the beer business in dollar, first of all? Loans and investments. Beer. Who's making beer around here? Global Fabric, Kaneka Rum, Fabric, Cigars. There is actually no beer business, is that correct? Nothing we can actually invest in anyway. That's unfortunate. What else is going on in dollar? They're making books. They make jewelry. Fabric, we already knew about that. That's about it. Okay, there may not be too much more we can do with dollar, but that's okay. That's okay. So, dollar, what do you got going on? You still have not made any more beer. Guys, I brought you a ton of grain. A ton of grain. If you would just stop getting drunk off your own beer, that would be super. That would be just super. All right. One more check of my investments, because this is just frankly fun. Oh my goodness, look at this. We have made $5,400 investing in dollar fabric. We are up 63% on this. I'm going to let that ride for a little while. I will think about selling that. Unless, because we're going to be kind of moving out of this area, I think, sooner rather than later. I want to start getting more into these islands and see what might be going on down here. But for right now, we're going to keep the investment in the dollar fabric company. And I might do maybe one more quick triangle run here and then see about branching out into some other areas. We are, again, on a time crunch. We have 10 years, game years, to be the best that we can be. So we'll see if we can manage that. But that sounds like a good place to call it for now. Until we visit the dollar fabric company that we are major players in, I am Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. And we'll see you next time.